Picture this, Billy McFarland, the man behind the infamous Fyre Festival disaster, now rubbing shoulders with none other than Donald Trump. Alright, let's rewind a bit. Remember Fyre Festival? It was the luxury music event that was supposed to be the Coachella of the Bahamas, but ended up being a disaster with FEMA tents and cheese sandwiches with a sad side salad?
But when thousands arrived in the Bahamas for the Fyre Festival, after paying up to $1,500 for a ticket and $12,000 for a VIP experience, they found a millennial nightmare.
It was basically the exact opposite of everything we were promised.
We had no electricity, there was no showers, there's no bathrooms, there's no running water.
It was about $4,000. What we actually got was probably worth closer to, I'd say, $0.
The organizer, Billy McFarland, was eventually convicted of fraud and sentenced to 6 years in prison. However, he got out in 4 years due to good behavior. And now, this guy is planning Fyre Festival too.
What?
So fast forward to 2022, he's out of prison and now he's involved in Trump's campaign. I mean, talk about a plot twist. But I guess it's not surprising when you remember that Donald Trump is a 34-time convicted felon and McFarland, well, birds of a feather and all that. So what's McFarland up to now? Well, according to a report from Rolling Stone, he's connecting Donald Trump with hip-hop artists, helping the former president appeal to black voters. Yep, you heard that right. The man who once scammed festival goers is now playing matchmaker between Donald Trump and rappers. It's like an episode of a reality show that you never wanted. Billy McFarland posted a photo on Instagram with Donald Trump saying, "Prez's birthday featuring your new cabinet." Now, McFarland's been busy. He's linked Trump up with rappers like I Swear Vezo, Chef G, Sleepy Hollow, and OT7 Kwani. These connections are not just for fun. They're part of Trump's strategy to win over black voters for the 2024 election.
Here as well as rapper Chef G. Does everybody know Chef? Where is Chef G? Where is he?
Trump's been trying to get more hip-hop artists on his side, hoping their influence will sway voters his way. Because nothing says you support the black community than relying on stereotypes like rappers, or trying to sell them sneakers, or staging a photo op at a Chick-fil-A, or even staging another event at a barbershop. Now, let's talk about Trump's history with black voters and celebrities. Throughout Trump's political career, he has only tried to appeal to black voters by meeting with black celebrities. And when he does meet with regular people from the black community, it's always an AI-generated image. That is how desperate Donald Trump is to relate to the black community. MAGA is trying to spread AI images. Compare that with President Biden, who doesn't need to use deceptive ploys and AI images. He actually does meet with them.
How you doing, sir? How you doing? You know, you spend too much time in the gym, I think. Hey, man, how you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, you welcome. Have our support.
God, love you, thank you, guys.
Remember Trump's meeting with Kanye West after the 2016 election? Or how he pardoned rappers Lil Wayne and Kodak Black? His strategy has always involved high-profile connections to create buzz and show that he's got support from influential figures.
Sleepy Hollow and Chef G,
Yep.
You are the one that brought them out for this Trump rally in the Bronx. Is that true?
Yeah, I think I just love bringing different people together, and all of my best moments in life, like outside of the mistakes, were made when people from different backgrounds or different experiences came together.
But not everyone's buying it. Trump's meetings with rappers have sparked mixed reactions. Some people see it as a smart move to diversify his support base, while others see it as a transparent attempt to win votes without addressing actual issues. For instance, when Chef G and Sleepy Hollow appeared at a Trump rally in the Bronx, it raised eyebrows, especially since both are currently on bail on a slew of charges, including murder conspiracy.
Well, it's an embarrassing affront to all the work and effort that African Americans are trying to create within their community and trying to get people to pay attention to the young African American boys and girls who are working their way through schools, who just graduated from HBCUs at this year and from major institutions to set a course for themselves of the American dream. So as a presidential candidate, you want to remind us that we're nothing more than rappers with 140 felony counts against them, including murder. Oh, by the way, we're going to save you on your cigarettes because we know you like smoking those cigarettes and wearing those sneakers. It's all been a lie. It's all been portrayed in a way, and this is the part that I find the most offensive, when members of our own community promote this crap.
Come on.
And don't speak honestly Byron, that is a problem. So,
Correct.
you know, you might as well just stand on that stage instead of throwing out MAGA hats, just throw out a pair of gold lame sneakers, because that's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
And so if that's all you can bring to us, then stay your ass home.
Party of law and order, am I right? And when Trump held that rally in the Bronx, this is what locals had to say.
A lot of his ideologies on the brink of putting us on a civil war.
From the man in the barbershop to the woman at the bus stop.
He's just coming here just to get the votes.
There's one message to Donald Trump.
Don't come to the Bronx, you're not wanted.
And leave it to Trump to lie about how many people actually showed up to that Bronx rally. And after seeing all that green in the field, it actually reminds me to thank today's sponsor, Field of Greens. A small regret is slouching in the dentist chair thinking, I should have brushed and flossed better. A big health regret is listening to your doctor and thinking, I should have paid attention to nutrition when I was younger. Better health today and when it matters most is why I take Field of Greens. Field of Greens is unlike any fruit and vegetable or green product. Field of Greens isn't watered down extracts. Field of Greens is an organic superfood. Each fruit and vegetable was selected by doctors to support vital body functions like heart, liver, kidneys, metabolism, and immune system. And only Field of Greens is backed by a better health promise. At your next checkup, your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back. Don't look back and say, I should have paid attention to nutrition when I was younger. Field of Greens is a key to better health today and when it matters most. Let's get you started with 15% off and free shipping. Visit fieldofgreens.com and use promo code GABE. That's promo code GABE at fieldofgreens.com. Now let's talk numbers. A Pew Research survey in May showed that black voters still prefer President Biden over Donald Trump, especially because Donald Trump is a racist. The only reason that Trump is reaching out to exploit rappers is because he desperately needs the black community's vote. Otherwise, he wouldn't interact with them unless they were the help at Mar-a-Lago. Trump has always loved the spotlight, and getting endorsements from high-profile rappers is just another way for him to stay relevant. He's hoping that by aligning himself with popular figures in hip-hop, he can make inroads with younger black voters. So what does all this mean for the 2024 election? Well, it's clear that Donald Trump is willing to pull out all the stops to win. I mean, he might claim that he doesn't need the votes, but he desperately needs the votes. And if you ever wondered how desperate Donald Trump's campaign is, just listen to his spokesperson.
Look, my advice to the Democrat Party would be total surrender now. Save yourself millions of dollars, do the right thing for the country, just sit this presidential election out entirely, because you are either stuck with Joe Biden at the top of your ticket, and anybody that you could hope to replace him with cannot beat President Trump, as we just saw in the latest round of polling. So the American people are very clear about who they want. Your own voting base is very clear about who they want. And who they want is President Donald J. Trump back in the White House. And I truly believe the American people wish that the election was tomorrow so that they could cast their vote for President Donald J. Trump immediately and get Joe Biden out of the Oval Office sooner rather than later, because it is very clear this is a man who is not fit to serve.
So if we bring it back to Donald Trump's collaboration with Billy McFarland, it shows that he's willing to take unconventional and scammy routes to gain support. But it also speaks to the lack of integrity of such endorsements and how Trump doesn't actually care about the black community. In the end, Billy McFarland's transition from fraudster to political connector is a testament to the wild world of American politics, especially after Donald Trump got involved back in 2016 and pretty much blew everything to shit. We went from debates like this in 2012.
I just want to wish, sweetie, you happy anniversary and let you know that a year from now we will not be celebrating it in front of 40 million people.
And congratulations to you, Mr. President, on your anniversary. I'm sure this was the most romantic place you could imagine, here with me.
To debates like this in 2016.
If I win, I am going to instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation.
And then to debates like this in 2020.
What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
who would
white
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and white
Proud Boys. Stand back and stand by.
It's a reminder that in the game of politics, almost anything can happen. And as we head toward the 2024 election, it is crucial to stay informed and critically assess the moves that are made by candidates and their teams, especially Donald Trump. And as we've learned over the years, Donald Trump does not actually care about the black community. He is a racist, and he only thinks of them as property.
Look at my African American over here. Look at him.
I mean, who can forget that in 1989, he took out a full-page ad newspaper calling for the death penalty of the Central Park Five, who were 5 innocent young men of color wrongly convicted of a brutal assault of a jogger. And he never apologized once they were exonerated. People of color, especially black people, are all just pawns of Donald Trump in order to get their vote. He doesn't care about them. He'll promise them a stimulus check or resources, and then as soon as he gets into the Oval Office, he'll turn his back on them and never return their calls. He did it during the first term, and he will do it again in the second. It's simple. The only candidate that is running for president who actually cares is President Biden. President Biden doesn't need to hire a bunch of white people to show up at a black church in Detroit to give the impression that he has the community support. Biden has the full support of the community already.
Let's understand something. I don't know why it is that you want to make an issue of the president and his condition with stammering and not being able at certain times to bring forth words, while another person lies fluently and you never challenged his lies. There were news anchors there who heard his opponent say Charlottesville never happened. It did happen. He said January 6th never happened. We saw it happen. We saw police officers assaulted. You are not the party of law. We are right. We are the party of law. We are the party of respect. We are the party of reconciliation. We have the big tent. We have genuine love for America. Just look at somebody and tell them, I love you. I love you.
Well, that's all for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and feel free to follow me at I Am Gabe Sanchez. What Was That is made possible by viewers like you. And if you'd like to support the show and help us grow, you can contribute to my Patreon at patreon.com/IamGabeSanchez. Thank you for your support. So until next episode, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been What Was That?